Hello everyone, welcome to SISMA Podcast, the show where we talk about some fun and interesting statement. And I'm your host Evan, and I'll be guiding you guys through the topics today. And the topic is teenager issue. And of course, I'm not here alone. I'm with two of my friends, Dewi and Naja.
Hey peeps.
Hey peeps.
Okay, so my name is Dewi and shout out to my friend.
Hello everyone, my name is Naja.
So guys, how are you feeling right now?
Okay.
Nervous.
Okay, honestly, I'm feeling a bit nervous because this is my first time.
This is my first time too. How about you, Evan? How are you feeling?
Well, to be honest, I'm very nervous because it's my first time doing this podcast, and it's such a pleasure that I could be able to sit here and hosting a podcast. So, guys, are you guys ready?
Yes.
So yeah, get ready for an engaging and inspiring discussion. Let's get into it. So, guys, for the question, how important do you guys think about mental health is for teenager, and how can we support each other?
Okay, so of course, mental health is very important for teenagers like us. During this time, we are figuring out who we are and maybe dealing with some pressures like pressures from school, from social, from family, and from pressures from future goals. So nowadays, many teenagers have mental issues such as anxiety, depression, and more like that. These issues can come from academic stress, high expectation from the others, hormonal changes, and more like that.
Yeah, and there are also ways that we could do to support each other in mental health, such as asking about their activities, like maybe if they're sad or not, because as we know, keeping problems to ourselves is actually a huge problem to ourselves. It can damage our mental health also. We can also ask them to do positive activities with us so they can relieve their stress.
Yeah, right. So I completely agree with you guys' perspective, and mental health is vital during the teenage years, and it's important that we could support each other in navigating the pressure that come with this stage of life. So let's get to the second question, and for the second question is, how do you guys deal with stress and pressure from school?
So, me myself, I actually feel a lot of pressure and stress from school because we need to manage our academic score, and I also joined to an organization, and that is so hard to manage our time. So I guess time managed perfect will be a thing I can do to deal with my stress. Also, when I'm feeling down because of my academic scores, I usually take deep breaths so I could feel more relaxed.
So, of course, many people feel stressed because of school activities or the pressures to get high grades. And I feel it too. Sometimes I cry to let out my emotions, and that's fine. It may seem exciting at first, but I believe that no matter how hard it was, we can get through into it. We should not push ourselves to do things beyond our limits. I like to give myself a self reward to lift my mood and motivate me to do something more.
Oh wow, and well, it's really important to recognize our limits, right? And relieve emotion when needed, and give ourselves a break to recharge. And for Dewi, how do you usually decide on the best way to rewarding yourself after a challenging day?
Okay, for me, sometimes I went to the beach because, and I see the sunsets because I love sunset very much, and this can be relaxing my brain during the tiring activities.
Oh wow. Yeah, me too. I usually go to beach after a challenging day to relaxing my mind. Okay, so let's get to the third question. What do you guys think of becoming an adult?
Okay, for some people, becoming an adult may be just about age. Everyone has their own idea of what means to be an adult. But for me, it's not about getting older. It's about how we respond wisely to everything, accepting things as they are, and being someone's other can rely on.
Yeah, same as Dewi. For me, I guess being an adult is also not aging, but also maturing. So, I guess being adult means you can manage or take responsibility for us and also others. It's also meaning that you can communicate well to others and building healthy relationship for current and future lives.
Wow, what an interesting point. And yeah, yeah, to be honest, being an adult is much more than just reaching a certain age. And it's about showing maturity, taking responsibility, and making thoughtful decision. And it's true that many people might grow older, but real adulthood is reflected in how we handle life's challenges and maintain meaningful.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. For the fourth question, what do you guys think about technology and how does it affect people's life?
So, in my opinion, technology is actually very important for today's life, for today's current life, because everything we do, we need technology on it. So, there are also advantages and effects in technology, such as maybe in medical issues, there are now technologies such as CPR and X-ray that could help us with health, and we can also receive information quickly and communicate well with others in far places.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Dewi?
Okay, everything has its negative effects. For example, social media. If we are not careful on social media, we might be overshare and put our privacy at risk. Plus, there are cyberbullying, which can affect our mental health, and we also depend on technology for our daily task, which can make it harder for us to think critically and solve problems by ourselves.
Oh, yeah. So, well, it's basically it depends on the user, right?
Yes.
And it's about how they control things to make a positive impact and reduce the negative effects. And we must use the technology wisely.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move to the next question. And the question is, when you are feeling emotional, what do you guys do? And do you do things that might hurt yourself to feel better? And how do you calm those emotions down?
Okay, actually, I am someone who gets emotionally easily but can also calm down quickly. Self harm is a serious problem and often shows a deep emotional pain. A person who does this may feel stuck in sadness or frustration and think that physical pain can take their emotional pain. I believe it's definitely wrong. In my opinion, self-harm can make problem become worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually thought the same as Dewi, and for me, as I say before, taking deep breaths actually help if you have stressness. It could relieve your stress quickly, and there are also many things you can do. Many people do positive things besides self-harm for relieving their stress.
Oh wow, yeah, I agree with you guys' point, and finding healthy ways to manage emotions, whether through positive distraction or calming techniques like deep breathing, is essential for emotional well-being. So we arrive at the last question. So the question is, what's something you once strongly believed in but have since changed your mind about?
Okay, I used to believe that money can't buy everything. Yeah, almost everything does need money. But I once read a quote that says, "We will never be younger than today." There is no time we can repeat, not even for a second. No matter what your situation is, life must goes on. Even with a lot of money, you can't buy time. Since then, I realized that every second is very valuable. While I'm still young, I try to do anything I think that's positive and useful. I will make. I will do my best to make today feel like there is no tomorrow.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about you?
For me, the perspective that changed me is actually the fact that people has their good side. But for me, as recently there are so many cases with murders and kidnappings, I think they themselves don't have good sides. That's why I personally think that the fact that people has good sides changed my mind.
Yeah, wow, what a great point of view, guys. And yeah, it's true that while money can provide many things, but money cannot replace time or the experiences we have. Focusing on the making the most of each moment and engaging in positive activities is a great mindset.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like our podcast can only get here, and hopefully, with this podcast, we can find out about anger issues, about mental health and technology, and we can find out more a lot of things. And thank you guys for watching this podcast until the end, and we'll see you in the next episodes.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, bye bye,
Bye,
bye bye.
guys.
See you guys, see you guys.